How many people have ever seen a cat and dog get along? There's some pretty exceptional people here. Or pretty exceptional animals. Or pretty exceptional owners. A long time ago, it was not uncommon for cats and dogs to get along quite well. They hunted together. At night, they snuggled around the fire. During the day, they played with each other. Now, many times, when a cat encounters a dog, whatever happened? I'm here to tell you. There was a couple, Kita and Tero. Kita was a fine weaver. Tero would take her goods to market. Between what he earned at the market and the small garden that surrounded their home, their modest little home, they lived a happy life together. And they had a dog and a cat who got along quite well. One morning, Kita gave Tero 2 bundles of woven goods to take to market. Tero, when he left, had 2 choices. He could go north through the woods or across the water to a nearby village where he would take the weavings for vending. This particular morning, Kita left with his bundles and decided to walk through the woods. As he did so, he encountered a hunter whose arrow was pointing at a monkey in a tree, and Tero could not think of that monkey being killed. No! Stop! And the hunter was so shaken by what he saw that he let go of the arrow, which pierced Tero in his arm. And he dropped the 2 bundles and fell down in pain. And the hunter was so afraid of what he had done that he ran away. The monkeys looked down and saw Tero in pain on the ground, and they pulled him to their compound and applied the healing balms and poultices and leaves that they used when they were injured. Tero lay on the ground as they ministered to him, and finally he fell asleep. And the next day he awoke much less in pain, his 2 bundles of cloth carefully put beneath his head as he slept. He woke up and he thought, I have to get home to Kita. She has no idea what has happened to me yesterday. And so he rose and he departed with a word of thanks to the monkeys. But one monkey followed him and presented him with a silver ring. Tero put the ring carefully in his pocket and went home to the village, where he was greeted by a very concerned Kita. Where have you been, Tero? I see you now. You have your 2 bundles I sent you out with. You've been gone for 2 days, and I can tell your arm is injured. Oh, Kita, do not worry, for yesterday I saved a monkey from being killed by a hunter, and I was given this lovely ring in thanks. And he set the ring up in the pantry with a bag of rice. And they talked about the day and how they would proceed as Tero was recovering. Kita went to do dinner, and she went for the bag of rice in the pantry, and she said, Terrell, there's not one bag of rice, but two. Terrell said, well, this must be an enchanted ring. And they ate their dinner, and Kita had brought the ring down and laid it on the table. That night, when she went to bed, she took her hair comb and placed it on the table. And the next morning, there were two hair combs. Well, you know, when people's habits change, there are other people who notice, and they want to know why. So there was this one snoopy neighbor who stood outside their window, and he heard something about a magic silver ring. So that night, he stole into Kita and Terrell's house, took the ring, and the next day, he moved from the village to across the water, where he and his habits and his livelihood would not raise any interest because he was a newcomer. Kita and Terrell noticed the loss of the ring and the effect it had on their life. And one day, Kita said to Terrell, you know, we almost have no food left. I need you to go sell these bundles once again. And across the water was Terrell's choice this time. He went with the ferryman, and dog and cat accompanied him. It was Dog's plan to go into people's houses while Cat kept guard outside and check and see if they could find where that ring was. Maybe it would be in that village, and sure enough, Dog went in one house where that ring had been tucked under that man's pillow. And Dog went, choke, and brought the ring out. And he says to Cat, Cat, see, I have the ring. Now, here's what's going to happen. Let's go to the ferryman. So they went to the ferryman, but the ferryman wasn't there. Oh, Dog said, I'll tell you what, Cat, you climb on my back. You take this ring. Put it in your mouth and keep it for safekeeping until we have reached the shore. Cat said, okay. Cat climbed on Dog's back, and Dog started dog pedaling. Cat's hanging on. Dog barks over his shoulder. Cat, do you still have the ring? Cat's holding on. They swing some more. Dog is really feeling uncertain. He says, Cat, do you have the ring? Yes! Yes. Out went the ring. So they got to the other side, and Dog went in the house, all in a huff. And Cat stayed outside, all in a huff. She went up and slept in the tree all night. She wasn't going to lend her skinny little warmth to that dog. Well, sunrise, and the cat began to look around, and he knew they were all hungry in that house. So Cat went down to the shore near where the ring had been lost, and she saw a fisherman sorting his catch, And she thought, at least if I get one of those fish, I will be able to feed the family for the day. She grabs a fish and she takes it home. Taro said, "Oh, what a clever kitty, you've brought us our meal." Dog is seething. Kita begins to open the fish to clean it. And what should be inside? The ring. "Oh, our little kitty, you are so wonderful." They praised her to the skies. Dog is seething. And Cat, after she has her meal, and Dog, after he has his, go outside where they can start the fight again. Why didn't you say anything to them about who found the ring? They don't understand anything I have to say. Do you understand what they have to say to you? Oh, you should have said something. Get away from me. Need I say more?